not Father Christmas. He could be, though, because he's been around since
He's been around
the birth
for
of Christ. He could be Father Christmas if he wanted to, I guess. I don't think he's got the same omnipresence as Father Christmas. Okay, so Crispus has been on Earth for 2,000 years, and now enter Katsu. So nearly 2,000 years later, around the very turn of the third millennium. Let me just think now. The year 2000 is the year 2000 going into the third millennium. I've always been confused about that. So from 2000 to 3000, is that the third millennium or the second millennium? So 0 to 1000 is first millennium, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. So 1000 to 2000, second millennium. 2000 to 3000, third millennium. Okay. So nearly 2,000 years later, around the very turn of the third millennium, this is after the birth of Crispus, the year 2000 by mortal reckoning, another premonition struck Crispus. Having already taken an 11-year-old Abt al-Matin, Abt, a boy with potent Nephilim gene, under his wing, Crispus sensed a new urgent cry across time and dimensions that only a prime could sense, drawing him from his hermitage. It led him to not refuse, but to a small smoking crater recently gouged into the mountainside near his sanctuary. At its center rested a sleek who's got USB devices like unplugging, plugging the whole time.
Is it me? Let me see. Oh,
No,
Is
it's me.
You need to
It's
get
my
that.
computer. The monitors keep disconnecting. My bad.
Is it from all the other projects that you've tried to support instead of us, and you've ended up with viruses and wallet drainers?
actually, this is the first one she did. It's usually me and Sheka.
Yeah.
So is it our
Blowing me
virus
away.
disconnecting your screens?
No, it's your project she fell in love with. She's not in any of the others. Unless we really talk her into it.
Proud of you, Rena.
I was partially in Vulcan for whatever the VV. I was partially in the other ones. This is the only one I've been fully invested in. So I bought a laptop, and the laptop doesn't like me, and the laptop doesn't like being plugged into my other 3 monitors.
Well, you need to have a conversation with that laptop. Otherwise, I'm going to climb in this car and come and speak to it. I mean, B also went and bought a gaming laptop.
Yeah, I did.
So cool, eh?
I just stole one from Sheka. Yeah, she had to.
Good job. All right. Okay. So Jessica's like, he sure did. He sure did. Okay. It led him not to. What's this? Okay. Crispus sensed a new urgent cry across time and dimensions that only a prime could sense. So just to explain, a prime is a human being with a direct soul tie to an archangel. Soulbound has a direct soul tie to a prime. So the player, us, we are soulbound. We've got direct soul ties to primes. The primes have got direct soul ties to archangels. Right. So it led him not to refuse. That's Rob. What is this? What is it? Led him to not refuse or not to refuse like rubbish? Oh, because he found up the first time on a rubbish heap. Is that what this reference is?
No, shouldn't be. What is that here?
It's the Whispering Hour. So it says,
Highlight section
okay, this section, yeah. So Crispus sensed a new urgent cry across time and dimensions that only a prime could sense, drawing him from his hermitage. It led him not to either refuse or refuse, but to a small smoking crater recently gouged into the mountainside near his sanctuary. So we could probably just say it led him to a small smoking crater.
Yeah, you can take it led him not to refuse out. So you just will led him to a small.
It led him. I was already. It led him to a small smoking. Can you remember what the context was of the refuse or the refuse? Was that?
No. So it's like it's not leading him to sanctuary. Like
with Upt.
Yeah, it's leading him to a place where he,
Okay.
Like
Shoved
not,
him into
not
pumpkin
letting
in
him,
a place hole.
not leading him to like a place of calm and what. But we can obviously reword.
Yeah. Okay. Led him to a small smoking crater recently gouged into the mountainside near his sanctuary. At its center rested a sleek, unfamiliar ejection pod, clearly of advanced off-world design. Its hull scarred from a violent temporal passage. As Crispus approaches, the pod hisses open. Inside, a woman, Isla, is slumped against a chrono-stabilized cradle. Her face is pale, her breast shallow, her eyes shimmering with a mirror-like reflection. The telltale sign of advanced soul disjunction from a temporal jump. Yet she is conscious, a testament to an incredible will. This is her whispering hour, the last flicker of her soul before it detaches permanently. A rare feat for those afflicted by chronodisjunction syndrome, often seen only in individuals with unusually high soul resonance. Her deep compassion and maternal instinct, her fierce love for the child in the cradle, had created a tether strong enough to delay full disjunction, granting her these final precious moments. Baby Katsu, Samuel, sleeps peacefully in the cradle, shielded from the temporal trauma. Crispus meets Isla's gaze. Yes, I'm tired. She stirs, her voice weak, trembling with paradox energy. He came through. Don't let the darkness claim him. She coughs, a rattling sound, but her eyes, locked on Crispus, hold a flicker of awe, as if sensing the ancient power within him, recognizing a fellow protector. His name isn't ours. Isla continues, her words a struggle. He belongs to light, to her. You'll know. Her hand, trembling gently, touches a crystal key embedded in the pod's edge. As she does, a holographic message from Chen AI begins to flicker into existence above it. A compressed data burst, a final contingency. Isla's final whisper escapes her lips. He's not from your time, but he's yours now. She exhales a soft sigh. Her eyes fade, the shimmering light within them extinguishing. Her body turns still and hollow, the light of her heroic soul fading quietly, absorbed into the vast, uncaring expanse of the in-between. Crispus carefully lifts baby Katsu from the cradle. He feels the familiar, potent thrum of the Nephilim gene, another prime delivered into his care, this one from a distant, terrifying future, arriving in the very year another fated prime, David, was born into the world. He takes the crystal key, understanding its grave importance. The young Abd al-Matin The young Abd al-Matin has one charge, maybe. It says was one charge. Oh, is another. Sorry. Okay, so that would need a, like so. The young Abd al-Matin was one charge. This child, Katsu, heralded by such sacrifice and advanced technology, is another. His destiny clearly tied to the great storm Crispus knew was coming. Very nice. Very nice. So that's where Katsu arrives from the year 3000. That's his mom, Isla, that managed to rescue him. And the Lucille kind of spat out this pod with Katsu in. Said, I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but they live underwater. And your great, great, great granddaughter, she's pretty fine. I enjoyed that, that era of whatever those kind of teenage, yeah, like this very well harmonized pop rock things.
And the Pretty Fly for a White Guy was around that time as well.
Yes. Do you know that most of those songs, like, that band was called McFly, I think, and there was another one. But most of those songs were written by, like, the brothers that did the Hanson, I think.
Yeah.
They wrote most of those
Hanson, I
songs.
think. Mm.
Yeah, and then these other bands sang them. Yeah. Okay, so Earth, early 21st century. So that's in chapter. What does P2 mean? Part 2.
Part 2 of the ripping, yeah. So it's like chapter, because you got 0, book 0, and then it goes part 1, 2, 3.
Ah, okay.
But that can be chapters or whatever it is.
Okay, nice. We'll make sure that everyone's got access to this. Just going for the red bits here quickly. Otherwise, we're going to be up for an hour.
Before it was, that's fine. Yeah, and then this was the backstory with Lucille and her timelines.
Cool. So my hallucinatory GPT had a very good idea that it wasn't Samuel that rescued Lucille. It was Crispus.
Okay.
Because Samuel was still a kid. Why would Crispus send a kid if he can also
it
jump?
could be upped. You mentioned it could be upped because he's a couple of years older.
But he can't jump. He's not a mage. Yeah. So
Yeah, but he could come with. Maybe Crispus comes with upped or whatever makes sense. It can be Father Christmas by himself.
I think Crispus one shot. Doosh, doosh.
As long as there's a chimney in her.
Father Crispus. Yes, like the destruction of our glorious lore. The nefarious criminal, King Tut. Yeah. Right. So this is Lucille, right? So we meet Lucille, born on January the 1st, 2000. Her Nephilim bloodline manifests as an extraordinary passive healing aura that was noticeable from her first moments. In the hospital ward where she was born, not a single other baby fell ill for the entire week. Growing up, her family rarely got sick, and her homeroom class was noted for its remarkable health. Beyond her innate healing, she was a serial giver, a deeply compassionate child who would give away her toys, clothes, and even her own food to anyone she felt had less than her. Her full ascension into her healer prime abilities occurred at 1 second past midnight on her 13th birthday, January the 1st, 2013. The event was cataclysmic for her unsuspecting family. The entire house began to shake as if in an earthquake. Her father, rushing to her room, found her suspended in midair, her hands folded peacefully as brilliant beams of light flowed into and out of her body. The spectacular event lasted only a minute, after which she gently floated back to the ground, unarmed. This dramatic awakening of her power marked her as a profoundly special and true beacon of life. We also meet Samuel, appearing in his prime physical state due to his prime nature, unique upbringing, though chronologically around 45 years old. No, that's incorrect.
Who?
He's 13, Samuel. So when he
Through chronological.
also, yeah.
Well, he's the same age, right?
Yeah, same age as. So he's born in 3000, but he gets pumped back to 2000. But he's still also a 13-year-old when he meets her. Otherwise, he would be a pedophile. Falling because they fall in love between 13 and 18 years old, so they're together for 5 years. Yeah, so they're both exactly the same age.
Just your. Well, I did fix. I don't know where. I'm sure I fixed his age there, but anywho, we'll just stick the chronological ages. How old there? What is that? 13.
Yeah, he'd be 13.
Yeah.
Physicists deduce prime nature and unique upbringing. Appearing in his prime physical state due to his prime nature. Trying to figure out what it says here. We also meet Samuel. Oh, there's brackets over there, so I just have to get rid of the brackets, that's all. And then come at me, bro. There we go. His lineage gifts him with an intense expressive nature and a raw, untamed magical power that crackles around him in moments of strong emotion. He trains relentlessly under Crispus. He has no memory of his true origin. His arrival as an infant in 2000 AD via the pod. Only faint, unsettling flashes of a different time, different life, dismissed as dreams. His bond with Lucille is deep, as a 45-year-old would with a 13. Yeah, no, look, I'm sure that, this over here, the pedos will love this. The approaching 18, inverted commas, for both refers to a significant prime spiritual maturation point for a formal ascension ceremony rather than their literal chronological age, especially for Samuel, 45-year-old. But have you heard that argument for pedophilia where they say, but I'm a 13-year-old trapped in a 38-year-old body. So only faint, unsettling flashes of a different time, a different life, dismissed as dreams. His bond with Lucille is deep, obvious, a source of light in his often troubled spirit. Awesome. Very nice, very nice. Crispus, the ancient mage prime, now over 2 millennia old, watches over them, his wisdom a guiding force. Trains Samuel, whom he knows as Katsu, from his arrival via the pod. Sensing the volatile immense power in his lineage, Crispus holds the heavy knowledge from Chen AI's crystal key. Samuel's true origin in 3000 AD, sent back by his parents via the doomed medic Isla. Oh, okay. Well, she can be a medic. I mean, we discussed that.
Well, yeah, we discussed that. I mean, we didn't settle on it, but I just threw it in there anyway.
Kind of potato. Eh? But, I mean, medic is also fine.
Whatever makes sense. You can be a nurse. You can be a
mom, grand,
a knight. You could be a
day. A seamstress.
Check out Druna's concentration there. Look at that. Focus.
Yeah, no, Druna is drewing. Yes, I am.
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Are you a druid?
A druid. A druid.
A druid.
A druid.
Druidian. Also, David Nimrod, also chronologically 45.
No. So David, we must just work on, because there's also where is David in certain of those events, That's the other
Yeah.
thing. We need to work on his age because he won't be Crispus's age, right?
No,
He'll be,
well, look, he's Crispus's. No, he's not. He's 1,000 years old.
yeah.
So he's in the year 3000. So in this time, I imagine he's hearing voices and stuff from when he's 13. But I mean, look, this is where that paradox comes in, because if Nimrod has sent back something to change history, then this could potentially be a new timeline, I guess.
Well, because the battle at the fortress was, in my mind, on Athera, but Nimrod might not be in Athera in this timeline, at this point. I'm not sure. Because the end of this whole sequence is the big battle somewhere, right? We had that originally at Nimrod's fortress, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have to fight Nimrod there. But Samuel also gets his ass handed to him by Nimrod, in this timeline.
I always imagined those things happening in the in-between.
How do they get back then?
They don't.
So
Because they can't jump backwards in time.
Maybe
So-
he fights like an Echavant version of Nimrod or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he could initially definitely fight Echavant.
Version or something that Nimrod imbues with Nimrodism that he sends to
Yeah.
beat up Samuel,
Because look, the whole Athera connection. So if they jump forward in time, they can't come back, right?
Yeah.
They jump to Nimrod's time, and obviously we've got to jump to Nimrod's time to fight Nimrod. For that final massive fight. So then even like that's where Athera kind of settles. Like what I liked in Destiny 2 was how you land. It's like a real-time thing. You've in the first versions, no expansions yet, just the first whatever. What do you call that? First expansion, the
Base game.
vanilla, a base. Thank you. Yeah.
Base
So in the
game.
base game, you arrive and then you're on Earth somewhere, or if it's Earth, I think it's Earth. Are we on Earth in Destiny 2?
I think so.
The traveler floating above us. But yeah, so you arrive there and then you're in that like field. There's like a barn. Or what's that place called again? It's where you first meet old, what's his name? Standing there nonchalantly stroking that male chicken. Old
Not
what's
Cade.
that character? Cade, yes. Yeah, he's like, remember, he's at the top of the barn. So you're not on the traveler yet. So it could well be that Athera itself, we experience it across the ages. I don't know, because that's the problem with something where the law doesn't allow you to jump backwards, because we can't really jump back to Athera without dying.
Yeah.
So or I don't know. Got to think about it, like how we, once we jump forward to go and fight Nimrod in the future, like the main Nimrod fight, how do we continue, the life at the Citadel?
Yeah.
Is it like the year 3000? So it's been 1,000 years later, and there's the Citadel now facing new problems. Well, I guess
Yeah,
that's
what
like
we did
Destiny 2, yeah.
What we did well with this current timeline is after the wedding and the fall of like Safe Haven, then Upt makes his mission to establish the Citadel. But I mean, again, we can obviously change it up.
No, it happens then. So that's like from 2018, which is when the wedding occurs. From 2018 to like 2030 or 2045 or whatever, they're busy building the heck out of the Citadel. Just, whenever the player comes in, the Citadel's just I guess being built. And now, because I think that's the only thing to figure out is, I mean, the Citadel does look like it's from the year 3000. So maybe because the love story is 1,000 years, maybe the single player campaign goes all the way up to the year 3000 in Aethera. And what we're doing is just creating points in time that the player can jump, because you're jumping forward in the in-between, I guess. Like as rippings can bounce you forward. And then when you finally get spat out in the MMO, it's in the year 3000. So that would make a lot of sense with the technology.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we're in the year 2025 now. Nothing looks like it does in Operation Safe Place. And because Lucille disappeared in 2018.
Yeah.
So that's not difficult then.
No, I mean, it's not difficult. It's just we've got to figure out there's this thing here. We've got to figure out, for me, the main thing is just the David,
Yeah. So David could, so it could potentially be a different version of that history, because it's not the same history that David grew up in. He didn't grow up with any rippings or anything. He's the cause of them 1,000 years later. So we can find some clever word for alternative history. Because
he can obviously interact with, because he has to leave Aethera at some point, right?
Well, he never really enters a ripping, because he never experiences one until he creates them in the year 3000. So if our current present is actually his future, if that makes sense. It makes for a lot of fun discussions on Reddit, I tell you. Hey, Druna, do you like those kind of paradoxical conversations where somebody else's, because somebody is in the future, messes with their own past, but you're in the past that they're messing with? That means your present is their future.
Your present is their future.
Because they've created a new branch. You're in a new branch of like a new temporal branch.
True. It gets very, I don't want to say confusing. Yes, muddy. It's not exactly confusing. It's just there's a lot of gray area.
Well, it's like that movie we were talking about the other day, Unc, where the main guy is the mother, the father, and the kid.
Yes. Yeah, what is that thing called?
What is it called? It's such a good
Yeah.
movie, dude.
Well written there. Jeez.
Yeah. So Druna, in that timeline, the guy's a space cop, a time traveling cop, right?
Are you talking about Back to the Future?
No.
What's the actor from Training Day?
Oh,
Denzel, the other guy.
Talk about Denzel Washington.
Yeah,
no,
what's the
it's
other guy?
the other guy, the white dude.
Denzel mustn't get old, man. He must make movies forever. I love Denzel. I'm getting so
Is it
upset.
Ethan?
Yes, Ethan Hawke. Yeah,
Hawke,
Ethan
yeah.
Hawke, or something like that.
yeah. So you can check maybe some GPT or something. Say movie with Ethan Hawke where he's his own father and mother. I mean, we've given away the whole damn premise now. I mean, you're so shocked when you watch the movie and you're like, "Wow!" It's like, oh my word. So, who's dying there? Is that Twisted dying?
No, that's my baby.
Is it
Aw.
predestination?
Many twisted.
One? Yeah, it's predestination.
Predestination, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very well
It's
written.
so good. Yeah.
So B, shall we go? So do you like the idea of going down the rabbit hole of
Honey.
one person's past being another person's future?
I mean, it depends if one person's past changes another person's future.
Well, here's the paradox, right? So let's say, before David was the bad guy, he was a kid,
Mhm.
right? When he was a kid, there were no rippings, there was none of that, But at the same time, he's born in the year 2000, he's the mage born in the year 2000. Lucille is the healer born in the year 2000. So we've got a problem now. Because let's say there were no rippings, which means Katsu. So in David's time, Katsu was never sent backwards. Not yet. So in other words, Katsu didn't arrive while David was still in. Let's call it timeline A. So timeline A, where nothing has happened in the future yet. There is no future other than what David is creating as he goes. And that means that Lucille would just kind of grow up normally. She'd never meet Katsu because Katsu wouldn't have needed to save her yet. Unless there are no alternative timelines, but we subscribe to the deleted history theory, that if you travel back, you change the future, like Back to the Future.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, is that if it makes a difference, it's going to change everything.
Yeah.
But does it create a new timeline, or does that change, delete that past timeline?
Yeah.
Exactly. When you get into these kind of time jumping temporal storylines and possibilities, it gets so challenging. It's like these guys are all coming backwards in time. So number one, we can't do the Back to the Future thing, because then it would be as easy as killing Lucille's parents.
Well, we can. Those people will just die.
Yes, and then it's roll credits.
Roll credits.
Yeah.
All the primes travel back in time. Roll credits. Thank you.
Yes, exactly. Which is originally why we had chronodisjunction syndrome, so no human being could travel back to change. Hey, what do you think, you twisted? Yeah. Terminator coming back, changing the future every time. So that's kind of what we're going to try and figure out is what direction do we want to go with the time jumpery, unless no, that doesn't even work. I was going to say unless there is no real time jumping and you're just coming out of all the time jumping happens in the in between, and you're just coming into the current present. But I mean, we've got Katsu from the year 3000 in the year 2000. So it may well be, AB, that you can only hear healer when they speak, not mages, because then David would as a child never be aware of any other mages. He'd only have heard Lucille speak twice. At her ascension, when she shouts, "Help me, Daddy." And not everything with the word daddy in it is suspect, Runa.
Hang on, what? It's just the way you phrased it, bro.
Help me, Daddy. How is that remotely?
Yeah, pervert.
Get them twisted. I'd say Kevin because twisted, and just twist, So now, okay. At her ascension, she shouts for her biological father's help, as children would. Yeah. Nothing is safe with you degenerates. I mean, Runa just looked excited when I said, like, help me, Daddy. She's like,
she was like, hell no.
Oh.
I'll skin him from a cinema now. Skin him.
It makes me think of those videos where the daughter's like, Daddy, can you pass me the potatoes? And her husband and her dad is there, and they both reach for it at the same
time. Well, thanks for ruining it.
Yeah, skin him from a cinema. Why would you want to call your lover Daddy? What kind of sickness is this? I mean, let's think about that for a second. Is that some kind of innate, hidden psychological desire for a relationship with one's biological father? Like,
yeah.
What the what?
Yeah.
Anyway. B, have you any thoughts on the subject?
I mean, that's what people allude to, right?
Mm-hmm.
That everything stems from one or the other parent, and it all goes back to that.
Mommy issues, daddy issues.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
There are men out there that want to call women mommy.
Yeah. I hung up.
No, well, I mean, that's also something I never quite understood. It's because I'll call Mandy mommy when referring to her when speaking to Ahava, but never in context of me.
Exactly.
So, go speak to mommy or ask mommy or listen to mommy,
Yeah.
But, well, look, I mean, the world's luckily not more messed up than we thought it was. It's exactly as messed up as we suspect.
Yeah.
Anybody out there who is calling their lovers mommy or daddy, my suggestion is that you could do with a visit or two to a psychologist and deal with those issues. You know, unless, look, I can understand if you have, you know, Rob Lowe or Tom Cruise as a dad. I don't know. It would still be weird, you know, or Michelle Pfeiffer as a mom. But I still couldn't go there in my head. You know, it's like
wow, this went off rail.
Yeah, no, that went right off the rail. Anyway, so Lucille, applying for the help of her immediate family. The second time she spoke. B, have you ever met a less morally ambiguous person?
No.
I think I'm too literal. It's like a guy. It's like an argument that I had once. A guy, well, he accused somebody. I'm accused of a lot, but this time it wasn't me. The guy accused someone else, and I said, "You know clearly that guy is incapable of doing what you're accusing him of doing." He says, "No, well, it's not a literal accusation. I'm just voicing a suspicion." I'm like, "But you're saying he did it." He says, "No, well, I'm not saying he did it. I'm just expressing my suspicion." I'm like, "What?" People do it all the time. That person is a thief. Do you have proof? No, but anyway. Yeah. Anyway. I think this is properly off the rails.
You do it once a day?
I got nothing.
No, is Twisted chatting to Sheka there? Who is he chatting to?
Mrs. Twisted.
Mrs. Twisted. Why does she sound so cool?
Because she hangs around me. She start laughing.
Can Mrs. Twisted hear me? Or
No, she heard me.
You must tell her I think she's very cool.
He says you're all right. He says, I'm really cool and you're all right.
Never let trust Twisted to relay a message.
Clearly.
He says I'm his favorite and Runa's okay too.
Well, the Bible says I must love my neighbor as I love myself, and you are me. We're just in the wrong countries. You should have been here and I should have been there. We are each other, same soul, different bodies. I mean, we like even look slightly similar-ish. But just, you know, I'm here and you're there. Well, I guess we're exactly where we're supposed to be, because if I was there, I'd just be another colonial ex-slaver running around, and if you were here, you know, but so you're over there holding up the funk front, and I'm over here holding up the twisted front.
Yeah.
Yes. Dirk says I would be him. I don't know. Oh, I was so shocked. Druna, have I shared that thing? The utter shock of arriving. Yeah, I have shared that. When I arrived at LaGuardia Airport and I saw so many white people. That was like shocking.
Oh, goodness. Where did you all come from?
Eh?
How did you get here?
No, I flew there from South Africa.
No, you to all the white people. How did y'all get here?
Oh, did I ask them?
Yes. How did you, I'm not supposed to see you here.
Yeah, I see white people. It's like a. I don't, Rob, did you have that impact like when you arrived in Australia, or like I know you've been in Eastern Europe, and
Yeah.
it's like you rock up there. It's just like white people everywhere.
It's a little bit of adjusting.
Yeah. I mean, so here in South Africa, we're not a minority. We're like a super minority. Like, so you grow up like there's diversity like crazy here. All of them shades like everywhere all the time. There's not like a single moment really if you're out in public where you see one of anything. It's super diverse. So when that's why I thought if like African Americans come to Africa, well, that's actually what my friend Ben said. He he came here and he was like, he's a missionary, African American missionary, and he like came here and stayed with us for a bit, and he was like, dude, I'm having a culture shock. Because he just sees white people in America the whole time. Yeah, it's like there's a white person, there's one over there. It's just Africa. No, look, I mean, I arrived in London, and that wasn't such a big culture shock because I saw more Indian people there than I saw white people. Hey, B, that's not really your experience, or what?
I think it depends which part of London you're in. I think everything's quite diverse here.
Look, I'm talking 1998, 1999. We were in the UK.
Wow, long time ago.
A lot of stuff has happened since then. But we stayed in London and then East Finchley. And I can't remember the other place. But I noticed it was like a lot of people from Asian countries, and most of the white people were really low class. So funny. Like I was like that. I was shocked. There's a church there called Hillsong. We'll plant that church. So, and that was like close to Leicester Square in that area. And like, so the highest class. Well, I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's I don't know. I'm trying to think of some justification for why it was so diverse. But I think London really is, the UK in general, but London specifically. I mean, is it still the busiest airport on earth?
Yeah, definitely. All of the airports there. I think it's just because it's like a hub, isn't it? So everyone comes in and out of there, or whether they're visiting the north or the south or the east or the west, they always go to like the central area, and that's London, and then they'll go and venture out.
Yeah, it's like super diverse.
Yeah.
Like, and then, yeah, Germany was very nice, but I don't think Germany's Germany anymore. No, I like South Africa. I'm very fond of it. The nicest place in the States was definitely Tennessee. Although I would live in Brooklyn. I enjoyed that, but I wouldn't live there with family. Not because it's safe or not safe. It's just too crowded. want my kids to be able to run around and have fun and ride go-karts and, like be out in the bush, like so that Franklin, Tennessee is like really nice, also very Christian, and obviously Nashville, such a vibe. Jeez, Runa, have you been to Nashville?
No, I've only been to Oregon and Texas and Nevada.
And you're in the capital. Did you say you were in Washington at the moment, or where are you now?
I'm in Washington State, not Washington D.C.
Oh,
so I'm on the other side.
So the one's District Columbia. So it's quite a drive or a flight to go to Nashville.
It'll be about 5-hour flight.
Jeez.
Yeah, because me getting to Texas is about 4.5 hours.
It's definitely worth. Well, I mean, I can do it in about 10 years' time. I can do an event there for everybody. I swear, if I was prone to traveling right now, I would just be traveling, doing massive Citadel events all over the world. But I think some of you will spark when there's a bit of money and I think we're going to end up having like a nice digital native Citadel group,
Yep.
He's traveling. So Nashville, it's got its like main, I don't know if it's called Bourbon Street or whatever it is, but it's got this main street, which is a lot like, well, it's its own vibe, man. It's just like clubs and pubs, and it feels like a festival there. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like it's just you're going from place to place. Yeah, Music City. Yeah, it's very, very cool. But I really, really liked New York. Funnily enough, I didn't like Los Angeles.
I don't either, and I live near there. I lived near there for many years, and anytime people would come down, they'd be like, "Oh, show me all the places you go in LA." I'd be like, I don't. I go to the outskirts of LA, like Orange County or all the way down to San Diego, but not LA.
Yeah, we were, there's like a pier in LA. I'm sure there's a lot of piers, but there's one that we were at. And I mean, like, while we were there, it felt like kind of South African in its atmosphere, like that same impending, you got to watch, someone's going to rob you. And while we were there, someone got stabbed under the pier, like a big American cop, the cops with their big black cars and,
Santa
very
Monica
intimidating vehicles. It could be, I don't know, I can't remember. It could be. It's like a long pier.
Popular. Yeah. Did it have a Ferris wheel?
Oh, I can't remember. Jeez.
Yeah, that one's Santa Monica. I mean, like, you could be walking down. There's people skateboarding. There's people walking. There's people sitting down. There's people shooting up. Like, they do everything on this block. I don't
remember a Ferris wheel. It's massive. There's like shops and everything on that pier. It's like massive.
They have a lot, though. They have many piers like that. Santa Monica is just one of the more popular ones.
Yeah, but it was pretty cool. I mean, we stayed because we were guest speakers at this like mega charismatic church with a lot of money. So we stayed in like a very expensive hotel in the middle of Los Angeles. So it was. And we went and watched movies in Hollywood. And is it called Hollywood? No. Yes. No.
Where have
the stars are.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. We went and watched
Hollywood.
Yeah.
Boardwalk.
Yes. Yeah. So we walked everywhere to see as much as we. Yeah, Hollywood's written literally on the hill. Yes. And then it was also like. Rob, it's like freaking Hillbrow, bro. It's got that same like druggy It's like everything is, it's that same. It's a lot of crazy people there, like totally nuts. One guy was convinced he was Spider-Man. He's like telling us, no, he's Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah. You'll see a lot of those.
Trying to cast demons out of the guy. Yeah, but I'd say, like, if I didn't have kids, New York, like Manhattan's got some nice penthouse vibes. But Brooklyn is just my jam. You know, I don't know what it is about Brooklyn. Well, I think Brooklyn.
I've been in New York. I stayed in Harlem though. My friend lived in Harlem, and they don't have elevators, so she lived on like the 7th floor, and we had to walk up all 7 flights. And they walk fast in New York. They walk.
Yeah, no, they walk. I had a lot of people asking me for autographs for some reason. Taking photos with me and stuff. No, they don't know who you are or anything. It's just in case.
Yeah.
So here's all peroxide.
Oh.
No. So, but the underground, I missed Techno Vikings brother once. Yeah, exactly. I think I look like Techno Viking or something. So yeah, I missed my stops a lot because I used to get into so many interesting conversations with people on the underground on the trains. So chatty, yeah, it was cool. I like that, you know, like just like chatting with people because they hear you from South Africa and then they just chat. Like people just, I got invited to so many parties and yeah, I like that. And at night, Manhattan, Brooklyn, there's I'm trying to think of that street, man. It's in New York. It's like it lights up the whole street.
Times Square.
Not Time. Well, it could be Times Square. It's off Times Square potentially. Come on, man. It's famous. Broadway.
Oh, where all the Broadway shows are.
Yeah.
It's
a whole.
The main one is there, but there's a few different ones, and they're just side streets because when I went, we saw Sweeney Todd. Yeah, and we just went down, and all of a sudden there's just a Broadway show right there.
Yeah,
it's
amazing. B.
Yeah.
So Mandy and I were just married. What is Richard Branson's Virgin Records?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Mandy and I were walking. So we're like 25 years old. We just married, and we're walking past. We're in London, walking past this massive Virgin Records place, and someone sees us and says, "Hey, you guys want a free concert?" And we're like, this isn't very sad. And the guy was like, no, you just look like a cool couple. There's a music video happening inside the Virgin Records store. You know, if you guys, it's a free concert, just pop in. And we're like, who? And no, we can't say, but just pop in. So Mandy and I are like, well, it's, you know, what evil thing could be happening inside a Virgin Records store? It's a long line, you know. Mm-hmm. So in we go. There's like maybe 40 or 50 of us, and on stage, Bryan Adams.
No way. Awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it, eh?
That is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, kind of stuff that'll never happen to you in South
Africa. Did you ask him for his autograph?
I didn't, because we were so bomb shocked, and we're not really autography people. Like because I mean, look, if you go anywhere with Mandy, which is why I think we got invited in because she's a striking woman. Like you go anywhere with her sister looks just like her.
Mhm.
I must find a photo of her and Tanya together. So anywhere where I've been with those two, I've ended up in the VIP room, no matter what concert it is, no matter what rave it is. Let me see. I'm sure I've got a photo of those two somewhere.
Pretty Women can get you into almost anywhere.
Yeah, I'm sure Runa gets you into all the VIPs. B, are you a VIP chick?
If I went to those things, yeah.
That's like, look, I'm not saying the world is unfair, but there are signs.
I mean, you can always become a pretty lady, Unc,
Oh, yeah.
in 2025.
It's 2025. It's 2025.
Well, it's nearly 26, actually. But anyway.
Mm.
It's 2026. It's 2026. It's 2020 something. It's 2020 something else. 2020 something else. 2020 something else. La 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 la. It's something something something. It's something something something. Right. Let me see. Docs to StreamYard. Share this tab instead. I hope I don't break everything. So that's their dad. And that's Mandy and Tanya. So you see how they look like twins almost.
Yeah, they look like
Yeah.
twinnies, definitely.
They're definitely female versions of their father.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And he's French. So from the Mauritius Islands of some sort, Reunion Island, I think. Nee, na 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 nee. Oh, excuse me.
Okay, I'm done drawing today. I did my draw of the day.
That's cute.
Oh wow! Hang on. Let me undo that. Look at that, Leo. Hang on, wrong button again. There we go. Is that an iPad? What is that?
Yes, it's the
You
iPad.
were drawing on the iPad.
I drew it, baby. I've had it for. It's the first generation. I've had it.
Can I
for-
try to draw one on it?
Yeah,
Can
you
I try to
can.
draw something
Yeah.
on it?
Yeah, you have your
Nice
tablet
little
here.
American accent there.
Wait, my tablet works as well with it?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yeah. The feet and arms are gonna have to be another day. I am.
You're done with that right now. It's like,
Yeah, I'm done with that for the day.
I think I'm going to get some sleep.
That's a good idea. It's like, for us, it's 12
It's
o'clock
like-
at night.
yeah, it's past midnight for you guys.
Early days. Early
Yes.
days.
It's 2 p.m. for us.
Mm. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow.
Fine.
Bye.
Wait, I'll show you. No, I won't show you anything because I don't want to be told how I look old.
Bye.
Bye.
So maybe Drew, if you get a gap tomorrow to carry on with that
document.
story thing, and then we just figure out what we're gonna do with David. You know,
Oh yeah, we've got to figure it out.
got
We're
to
gonna
figure
figure it
out
out.
what we're gonna do with David.
We'll figure out what we're going to do with David. Oi, David, we don't know what we're going to do with you, but we'll let you know when we're ready, all right? Appreciate you all. Don't eat your own poo. Let's play out with this nice new song written especially for...
Yes.
Hi, clever poos. Twister's like, I knew it. He's like all proud of himself.
But you got me the other day. Woo! I was typing and the screen just disappeared. When it closes, it shuts everything down, just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
just
whatever
like-
you're typing is gone as well.
It's going. Yeah. Whatever, man. Thanks. Let's just say goodbye to everybody on all the other platforms.